Hi, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I would like to talk about love addiction, about what it is, how it develops, and what we can do to heal from it. So love addiction is like any other addiction. The same way an alcoholic forms a dependence on alcohol and craves it, the same way a love addict forms a dependence on another person and craves their presence. So, what is love addiction? Love addiction is this obsessive thinking and preoccupation with another person, with what they are doing, what they are thinking, what they need. So a love addict assigns too much time, value, and attention on another person, on somebody else, and totally sacrifices other areas of their life, such as work, career, hobbies, sometimes even neglecting their own children for this relationship, for this person, for this love. So how we get love addicted? So love addiction develops, it stems from negative childhood experiences, from childhood trauma, from neglect, from abandonment. So love addicts' parents may have been parents who were emotionally unavailable, or they may have been also physically unavailable, often away for work. And the love addict felt unlovable. They felt like they don't deserve love, they don't deserve attention, and they go through life desperately searching for this love. They are really love hungry, and they are constantly searching and preoccupied searching for this love. So as soon as a child, they create this conscious or subconscious fantasy of this knight in shining armor who will come to rescue them from this misery and give them all the love they have missed when they been children. So as soon as in the primary school, the love addict can, develop, kind of fall in love in these platonic loves, one-sided loves, and they often carry these into adulthood. And in adulthood, love addicts often fall in love at first sight. So they have a tendency to form feelings or attachment very quickly. Sometimes they don't even need to know who the other person is. And there is a reason for that. And the reason is, as I said, the fantasy is created as soon as in childhood. So when love addict come across this new person with who they fall in love at the first sight, they are basically assigning this fantasy that they have created on this person. They don't need to know who the person is, and often overlook, even if they get to know them better, they overlook who the other person really is, because they have already decided who the other person is going to be. They have already created the fantasy. So just using an example, so a love addict may desire a love partner who is very dedicated, very committed, who is very loyal and trustworthy, but then they meet this person who is who constantly shows them that they are not interested in commitment, that they are they don't want commitment, that they are not trustworthy, and that they are not loyal. But still, the love addict fails to acknowledge that, fails to see them for who they truly are, and still, see them as the fantasy they have created. They still think that the person is like that just now, but they will change in the future because of them, or they are just pretending that they are not committed because they are afraid to show their true feelings. So there is a lot of fantasies that the love addict has around the person. And then there is the other kind of fantasizing, and that's when the love addict has these, visions and visualization. And sometimes they may spend a long time, even hours, daydreaming about the other person, and their visions and visualization would be all about, it could be a sexual fantasy, sexual fantasizing, but often it is, fantasizing about the other person, declaring their love to them, expressing their true feelings that they kept hidden. So, as I said, love addicts can spend a good amount of time, sometimes even hours, in this daydreaming and fantasizing. There is also a paradox happening there in these love addict relationship dynamics, and that's that they are often attracted to people who are emotionally unavailable. They are often attracted to people who are love avoidants, people who doesn't want a long-term commitment, people. And I would like to just shortly describe the love avoidance. These are people who also experienced trauma, neglect, or abandonment, but they learn to cope with it in a different way. They may be overly independent. They may be over investing in activities and not being interested in relationships, in love. They need a lot of space and distance, even if they get into a relationship. And these are the types of people who love avoidance are often involved with, who they are often in love with. And this creates a lot of trouble. There is a lot of tension, and the dynamic is basically this push and pull, this run and chase, where love addict is the chaser and the love avoidant is the runner. So yeah, there was something important that I wanted to mention there. I wanted to say that for love addicts, it is usual and very typical to be always in love. So this doesn't have to be with the same person, but they need to be constantly in love with somebody. So even if there is not if they don't have a partner, or if there is not a person in their life with who they are involved in a romance, they may be thinking about and being in love with their ex-lover. There is that constant need to be in love. So love addict can't be happily single. They constantly need to be in relationship. So now let's move to what we can do to heal from such a behavior, from such an addiction. And as I was just saying, probably the most important thing is to take a break from relationships. Like be single, to be single for some time without clinging to the past or hoping for the future, just being happily single. And this is easier said than done. But I believe that with a constant practice and reminding, it is possible, but it kind of has to be set it as a goal at the beginning of the healing journey. It is good to start this healing journey with an intention that I, as a love addict, I'm going to stay single now, let's say for a year, and I'm going to dedicate this year to working on loving myself, on healing myself, on balancing my life. Yeah. So the most important thing in healing from love addiction is to take break from love. So number 2 is finding your true self. So the love addict really needs to work on finding what is it that brings them joy. What is the hobby or the passion or the work that really fills them up? What is their life purpose? What they are meant to do here in this lifetime? And then number 3 would be healing from these childhood experiences, from this childhood trauma. I think this step would be ideally done with a therapist, with somebody who can support you or support the love addict on their healing journey, working through these traumas, reliving these traumas, working through these emotions, but also in deciphering and seeing the repetitive dynamics in the love addict's life. So I think these are the 3 main steps in recovery from love addiction. If you liked the video, in the future I am going to be uploading more videos on love addiction, on codependency, and how to heal from it, how to work through it. So make sure to subscribe so you are notified every time I upload new video. So thank you for watching, and I wish you good luck on your healing journey.